What's going on, G.I. Joe and comic fans? Centex Collector here with a summary and review of Void Rivals number 1 through 6 by Skybound Image Comics. Void Rivals numbers row 1 by Robert Kirkman and Lorenzo De Felici, published by Skybound Image Comics, sets the stage for an intriguing sci-fi narrative. The story revolves around two survivors, Darek and Solia, from warring planets who find themselves stranded on a desolate planet. They must navigate their way through this harsh environment, grappling with the challenges of survival and the tension stemming from their origins on opposing worlds. The issue skillfully captures a lost in space vibe, effectively using artwork and writing to convey the isolation and tension faced by Darek and Solia. This setup leads to a surprising development towards the end, leaving readers eager for the next installment of the series. Void Rivals number 2 picks up from the dramatic events of the first issue, further exploring the challenging circumstances faced by the main characters, Darek and Solia. After the shocking revelations in the debut issue, the story progresses with Darek and Solia striving to uncover the truth about the never-ending war around the Sacred Ring and find a way to escape the deadly planet on which they are stranded. The issue promises to delve deeper into the new world that Kirkman and De Felici have crafted, with more familiar faces from the Transformers and G.I. Joe universes expected to appear. Void Rivals number 3 continues the story of pilot Darek and his rival Solia. After their unexpected crash on a desolate planet, the two enemies from warring worlds must cooperate to find a way off the planet. The narrative explores their struggles in this hostile environment and delves into the broader implications of the ongoing war around the Sacred Ring. This issue, like the previous ones, contributes to the expanding story of the Energon universe, where dark forces threaten the entire universe. The comic was released on August 16, 2023. In Void Rivals number 4, Darek and Solia, the two main characters from opposing worlds, find themselves thrust before the highest authority for their actions against the Sacred Ring. This issue continues to explore the dynamics of their uneasy alliance and delves further into the complex narrative of the Energon universe, challenging the characters to maintain their cooperation under intense scrutiny and in a highly precarious situation. In Void Rivals 05, the storyline progresses with Darek and Solia facing new challenges after their return to the Sacred Ring doesn't go as planned. This development introduces a new danger into their lives, escalating the tension and complexity of their situation. The issue continues to expand the Energon universe, adding layers to the already intricate narrative established in the previous issues of the series. Void Rivals number 06, published on November 22, 2023, is a pivotal issue in the series. In this installment, Premier Zalilak is determined to prevent the main characters, Darek and Solia, from escaping Zertonia. This issue also teases a significant revelation at the center of the Sacred Ring, suggesting a major plot development that could impact the overall narrative of the series. This marks the end of the current story arc, setting the stage for further exciting developments in the Energon universe. In review, the only reason I decided to read this series was to see how G.I. Joe would tie into this universe or story. There were no appearances by any G.I. Joe characters, yet in issue 1 through 6, Autobots, Jetfire made a brief appearance in issue 1. Decepticon Shockwave made an appearance in issue 4 from Transformers to make that tie into the universe. The story is intriguing to see how they push the agendas, and hopefully it doesn't get predictable. I enjoyed the artwork, but the font for the robots can be hard to read. The only reason I'll stick with the series is to see how it plays out with appearances from G.I. Joe and Transformers. It's not a bad filler read as you wait for issues of G.I. Joe, Duke, and Transformers to release.